missed you last year. I probably speak for a lot of people out there.
How do you feel coming, like, at a nice, long, you feel refreshed?
I feel really good, actually. Yeah, as much as I was sad to be out of the events last year, I'm so kind of like re-energized from the whole thing, you know, just being out of the water for that long and taking a break from surfing and just competing and just kind of seeing everything from an outside view was really cool for me.
Yeah.
And so it makes me really excited to kind of just be back in the whole atmosphere of everything.
Yeah. You bringing that level of excitement, it might be the 1% or the 0.5% that get me, right?
For sure. When you have that excitement, like you just click into that kind of flow so much easier, and you click into those like really good heats, and with that excitement you can look at really bad waves and you can look at really good waves, and it's kind of all the same. You find really fun things and little parts about kind of all the conditions.
So you can capitalize on the little things that maybe you bypassed those in the past.
Exactly, yeah. Rather than, you know, if you're like, when you're kind of grinding for so long, like a few years in a row, like really hard, you start to like have those heats where the waves are, you know, they're not that good, and your kind of excitement's down, and you're like, oh, I wish they weren't running today or something like that. But you know, just having kind of new energy coming into it, you look at those days and you're like, oh yeah, like how can I play the game today? You find those little things that you can really have fun with it, and I think that's so important because, you know, those are the heats that help you in the end of the year. Those weird random heats that you barely win and the waves were really bad, and I think my best years on tour have been like those heats. I look back and I'm like, so happy I made that one heat.
Sometimes oddly weird stuff happens where it's the person's supposed to go left and they end up going right, and you go, well, I won that heat because they made a mistake. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
There's
weird.
So much
weird.
Yeah.
You just don't know. And so, yeah, just coming into it with new energy and looking at it like that is fun.
I want to say that, like, the serving you did at Margaret's, to me, was so sublime, and you look not just comfortable is not the right word. You look like you were just thriving on every bump and every backwash and every boil and everything.
Yeah. You try to look for these like mindsets, I feel like sometimes, that you're like, that one time I had that, I just felt so good, everything was happening, and for me that whole event felt like that. And I think kind of looking back on it and picking it apart, it was just me being like really prepared and being able to go out and surf these waves that I really enjoy surfing, and just let go and surf how I wanted to surf.
You know what's rad is I watched it again recently, and there's a couple ways where you dig rail or you make a couple mistakes, but you are so not fussed with it. And you know, there was probably a time in your life where when you did dig rail, have you ever felt this before, where you dig rail and you're like, that sucks, and now I feel like kicking out and I blew it, whatever. It seemed like you were like, yeah, killer, I'll just use that. And I do know about the break and how important it is, and how I took long breaks and then came back and I saw things completely different and places I could capitalize on, and was happier with less, and all these different, it just made me grow so much.
It's so crazy, yeah. Just when you're separated from it and you're watching it happen without you there is a whole different experience.
We could go on and on, but you know, like, I'm so personally happy that you're back, and I'm happy to hear that you're happy to be back. And is there anything you want to say to the fans? People stoked.
I don't know, I'm just stoked to be back and surfing again, and I'm just excited to be in the water. That was a long time in the water, so yeah, I'm happy.
Awesome.